Guys, welcome to the show. We got an exciting show today. I got fam, Joty Kay on the microphone. What's happening?
Hey, what's popping, guys? It's me, Joty
Guys,
Kay.
we got a lot to talk about.
We got too much to talk about.
It's been a crazy week, but let's start off on a serious note. Those of you guys don't know or may not have heard, or you're sleeping under a rock. India and
Oh, yeah.
Pakistan are kind of in a war right now.
Again.
Again. And we just wanted to kind of touch upon it. It's a serious situation. Hopefully in the next coming weeks, things kind of de-escalate. Jyoti, I don't know if you've been paying much attention to it, but it got pretty scary there,
I know. I did actually. I didn't, and unfortunately, I just kind of saw the Twitter stuff about it. And then the reason, and I'm embarrassed that this is the only reason I knew about it, was because someone was talking shit to Priyanka Chopra for saying Jai Hind, and they were like, "How are you going to say Jai Hind when there's lives that are going to be lost? You can leave your Jai Hind in Hollywood." And I was just like, God, why are they coming for her? So then I researched, and I was like, oh wow, like it's about to go down over there.
Yeah, and that's kind of like, where I wanted to go. This exactly that point is, look, war is never good. Okay,
Yeah.
No one is suggesting that we go to war.
Yeah.
But I think, if you look at what happened, and I'm not condoning this, this is just a guess. If you see the events of what happened when those 40 soldiers died of a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we were obviously, I was around for 9/11. So were you. When 9/11 hit, it was one of the worst terrorist attacks ever in history.
Oh my God, yeah.
What do you think the U.S. was going to do? Right? People were pissed off, right? People were pissed off. Emotions are high.
Fight or flight. Like that's just how we're taught. You know what I mean? Like out of reaction. We think out of reaction.
100%. And so 40 soldiers died on Indian soil. What do you think the Indian government was going to do? And this is where I want to go. This point is, and this is what I believe. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, and I'm not condoning anything.
Yeah.
When Priyanka Chopra, in my opinion, was saying Jai Hind, she wasn't promoting the war.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think she was like, you know what? Our soldiers died. We did something about it. Jai Hind.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like when
they did what they had to do.
They did what they had to do. It's like when 9/11 hit. I'm Canadian, right? I still still affected by it. When the U.S. went in, when they went in and started fighting the terrorists, it was like, God damn, good job.
We did what we had to do. Exactly.
We did what you have to do. Now, unfortunately, because she's Priyanka Chopra, she's had, history with the past and, KPS and all this stuff, she got attacked. And unfortunately, being in the public eye, you get attacked, but it's kind of, I could see where people are coming from, but at the same time, I don't, because you really got to step back and not think with your heart and think with your head. Like, exactly. I want your thoughts on that, because, she's in a tough position. Again, I'm not sticking up for her, and I'm not condoning what she said or did. I'm just kind of putting myself in that similar position, because when those bombs hit and those soldiers died, I felt it.
When I read the story, I felt it. Right? I was like, what? What's for what? Why is this happening? And I honestly do think, like you said, I agree with you. I don't think she meant it that way. I think she was supporting our country. Like, you had to do what you had to do. I just, like, if somebody, like, for example, this is like a totally different topic, but like when my brother was younger and kids would, mess with him or fight him, my automatic reaction would be to go, oh no. And I wouldn't say, hey, tell them, leave me alone. I'd be like, go fight them, or I'll go fight them for you, because you have to protect. They need to protect one another. And when you protect one another, sometimes you need to fight. You can't just always you can't say, oh, you hit me on this end. No, sometimes you got to put an end to it. You got to let them know that this is not okay and we're not here for it. And if this is what you want, then this is what you're going to get. So 100%. I think when she said Jai Hind, she was supporting India, which is what you're supposed to do. Just like when 9/11 happened, we had American flags everywhere. We had American flag, like, we were like, God bless America, because we're supporting America. And even though that wasn't my parents or anybody in the World Trade Center, it could have been,
Yeah. I mean, if the tweet was like, Jai Hind, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to war. Let's go to war. That's totally different, right? It's unfortunate the way this, they went on the Pakistani side and they dropped some bombs, right? I'm not saying that's right or wrong. So
Yeah.
what do you think Pakistan was going to do? Right? You flew
Yeah.
over into their country. Obviously, there's going to be retribution. Like,
Of course, 100%.
it started out to me, it was India trying to fight the war against terrorism, but the
Yeah. As they
mistake,
should.
but as they should, but I think there should have been a coalition. They should have phoned
Of course.
Pakistan and been
Yeah,
like,
not
hey,
just show up. Yeah.
not just show up and blast and been like,
Yeah.
listen, whatever intelligence they had, they could have blamed him at the time. It doesn't matter. Right. But
Mhm.
it's like, listen, we had 40 soldiers die.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and have some sort
It
of
was
coalition.
reactionary. I think they
Yeah.
they were taught to fight, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what they did. As for here in America, I mean, yeah, with 9/11 too, but or anywhere, Canadians, you try to solve the problem before you go to war. So I get that. I understand that India shouldn't have done that, but I can see why they did that.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
And like, I'm not here to say what was right or wrong. All I'm saying is
yeah.
looking
But war is
outside
never
in,
okay.
war is not okay. War is never good for anybody. Innocent lives lost, probably,
Yeah.
what happened in the last few days as well. But I don't
But
know.
this
We'll see.
terrorism shit, I don't get it. I don't understand the point of it.
Fuck terrorism, man.
Yeah, for what the fuck is the point of it? Like, I don't think anyone has any valid reason to be doing the shit that they're doing. Like, there's no reason for it. And for some reason, Pakistan just always ends up being like the place where terrorists go and make their places. Like, even fucking Bin Laden was there. Saddam Hussein was there.
It's a tough one because if you look at what's been happening a lot, like they've lost a lot of people too. Like
Yeah,
they do fight terrorism. Unfortunately, I don't know the numbers. I don't know, like I
yeah,
haven't done my homework, but when I've been talking to people recently online, and the other problem is too, media is going to spit out their garbage, right?
of course,
And that's
always.
where I'm kind of going with this. Like, you have that, and then you have, like, you know, India's media saying one thing and showing one thing. You got Pakistan's media showing one thing, and it's just a big mess. It's unfortunate.
Because it's always biased.
Yeah, it's always
India's
biased.
always going to blame them. They're always going to blame us. It's a never ending war. It's been going on for so long. Still going on while we're living. Still going to go on while our kids are growing up. And it's just when is it ever going to end?
Yeah, I can also say for myself and of course Jyoti, like, can we all just get along? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
there's no need for this. Absolutely no need for this. And I'm hoping and praying that, next couple of weeks there's a de-escalation, and that poor soldier that was caught on the other side in Pakistan, he gets sent back over, and
I
just,
don't know. I really hope so too. But
yeah,
the way things are going. But I also I really hope, like you said, like pick up the phone and let's mediate something. And
mediate something.
yeah, where innocent lives should never be killed. It's already happened so many times.
Yeah,
Poor people in Kashmir, man. Like the
yeah, and
beautiful place.
both sides of the border. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Pakistan's lost a lot of soldiers, probably lost a lot
Yeah.
of people fighting terrorism too. Get together and solve the problem, right? But
Amen.
yeah,
Get together and solve the problem. It
get
should
together.
be, that's what our verdict is here. Get
Yeah,
together and solve the
get
problem.